The House Bunny, 2008, is a fun, lighthearted comedy that follows the story of Shelley, Anna Faris, a bubbly and somewhat naive woman who has spent most of her life living in the Playboy Mansion. After being unceremoniously kicked out, Shelley finds herself with nowhere to go and a deep sense of confusion about what comes next. Eventually, she lands a job as the house mother for a sorority on a college campus, where she helps the socially awkward and diverse group of girls become more confident and polished, using the skills she learned from her time at the mansion. In this movie, Emma Stone plays the role of a sweet and shy girl named Natalie, who initially feels out of place in the sorority. As the movie progresses, Shelley's guidance helps Natalie and the other girls learn how to embrace their unique qualities and break free from the stereotypes they once adhered to. Through Shelley's transformation and guidance, the film touches on themes of self-empowerment, friendship, and embracing who you are, no matter how unconventional that might seem. The plot is straightforward, but packed with humor and charm. Shelley's transformation from a superficial, dumb blonde to a more self-aware, empowered woman is at the heart of the story. Her journey is mirrored in the girls she helps, each of whom has her own insecurities and challenges to overcome. The character's development is one of the best things about The House Bunny. While Shelley is the main character, the other sorority sisters, including Emma Stone's Natalie, each bring something unique to the table, making for a dynamic ensemble cast. Anna Faris shines as Shelley, bringing her signature comedic timing and a lovable, quirky energy to the role. While Shelley may seem like a one-note character at first, Faris manages to make her endearing and sympathetic, despite her initial shallowness. The movie might seem lighthearted on the surface, but Anna Faris's performance gives it a deeper emotional pull, and she proves her ability to carry a movie with charm. Emma Stone's role as Natalie is another standout, and it's a reminder of her incredible comedic range, even in the early stages of her career. Stone brings a vulnerability to Natalie, showing us a character who is learning how to embrace her own voice and beauty. Her chemistry with Faris is lovely and adds a layer of warmth to the film. Although her role is secondary, Emma Stone's screen presence is undeniable. And it was clear even back then that she was a rising star. Themes and messages. At its core, The House Bunny is about self-acceptance and empowerment. The movie plays with themes of beauty standards, the expectations placed on women, and the idea that femininity can come in many different forms. Shelley, despite her past, teaches the sorority girls that being confident and loving yourself, no matter what shape or form, is more important than fitting into societal molds. The comedy and the themes balance each other well, making this a fun yet meaningful movie for anyone who's ever felt out of place. It's also a story about friendship, as Shelley becomes the mentor and friend the girls didn't know they needed. She helps them realize their worth beyond appearances and superficial labels, teaching them the value of self-expression and independence. The characters' bond grows as they support one another and learn to embrace their quirks. Similar movies? In terms of other films from around this time, The House Bunny shares a similar vibe to other lighthearted female-led comedies like Legally Blonde, 2001, which also centers around a woman defying expectations and finding her true self. Clueless, 1995, is another classic, though it's a bit more of a coming-of-age film. These films all blend humor with themes of self-realization and empowerment. Another similar movie is Mean Girls, 2004, which also deals with high school cliques, friendship, and self-empowerment, though with a slightly more dramatic tone. The House Bunny, however, focuses more on adult life and the transition from superficiality to self-confidence, which gives it a slightly different flavor. Emma Stone's career. At the time of The House Bunny, Emma Stone was just starting to make a name for herself in Hollywood. She had already appeared in Superbad, 2007, but her role in The House Bunny showcased her ability to bring warmth and humor to the screen. Stone's career would explode in the years following this movie, with roles in films like Easy A, 2010, The Help, 2011, La La Land, 2016, and The Favorite, 2018. She has since established herself as one of the best comedic actresses of her generation, and her range from comedy to drama has earned her critical acclaim. Anna Faris's career. For Anna Faris, The House Bunny was another step in her long career of comedic roles. She had gained popularity with the Scary Movie franchise and had already established herself as a go-to actress for goofy and over-the-top characters. Following The House Bunny, Faris continued to take on comedic roles in films like The Dictator, 2012, What's Your Number, 2011, and The Hot Chick, 2002. More recently, she starred in the CBS sitcom Mom, 2013 to 2021, which was a huge success and showcased her versatility in both comedic and emotional scenes. Conclusion. In conclusion, The House Bunny is an incredibly fun and heartwarming film that, while light on the surface, offers meaningful messages about self-empowerment, friendship, and embracing one's true self. Anna Faris and Emma Stone both shine in their roles, with Faris bringing her comedic charm as the quirky Shelley, and Stone offering a memorable performance as the shy but strong Natalie. The film is a perfect blend of comedy and light drama, with themes that continue to resonate with audiences today. If you're a fan of lighthearted films with a good heart, The House Bunny is definitely worth a watch. La La Land, directed by Damien Chazelle, is a modern-day musical that pays homage to the golden age of Hollywood, while also capturing the struggles and beauty of following one's dreams. Released in 2016, the film stars Emma Stone as aspiring actress Mia Dolan and Ryan Gosling as jazz musician Sebastian Wilder. The story centers on their love story, their individual ambitions, and how their paths intertwine in the bustling city of Los Angeles. The plot of La La Land is deceptively simple. It's about two people who are deeply in love but are constantly pulled in different directions by their personal goals. Mia dreams of becoming a successful actress, while Sebastian wants to open his own jazz club and preserve the true essence of jazz music. Their relationship is filled with joy, passion, and sacrifice, but the movie doesn't shy away from the bittersweet reality that sometimes love isn't enough to make your dreams come true. It captures the magic of falling in love, the agony of facing failure, and the resilience required to chase your ambitions. Plot and characters. The characters of La La Land are at the heart of its appeal. Mia, played by Emma Stone, is a character many can relate to, an aspiring artist who's had her fair share of rejection and heartbreak. Emma Stone's performance in the film is extraordinary. She brings a sense of warmth, vulnerability, and determination to Mia, making her one of the most memorable and endearing characters in modern cinema. It's no surprise that Stone won the Oscar for Best Actress for this role, cementing her place as one of Hollywood's most talented actresses. Ryan Gosling as Sebastian is equally captivating. His portrayal of a passionate jazz musician who struggles between his art and the demands of life shows a different, yet equally relatable side of chasing one's dreams. Gosling's musical talents were fully showcased as he learned to play the piano for the role. His chemistry with Stone is electric, and together they bring an emotional depth to the love story that stays with the audience long after the credits roll. Their love story is one of the central themes of the film, but another key aspect of La La Land is the tension between personal dreams and romantic relationships. Chazelle beautifully explores how love and ambition can sometimes be at odds, and how even the most fulfilling relationships can require sacrifices, especially when both people have strong aspirations that pull them in different directions. Themes? The themes of La La Land are rich and layered. One of the most prominent is the idea of dreams versus reality. Both Mia and Sebastian are willing to sacrifice their relationship in order to pursue their careers. The film delves into the complexities of balancing love with personal success and explores how one's dreams might evolve or change over time. La La Land asks the question, can you have it all? The answer, as the movie suggests, is often more complicated than a simple yes or no. Another powerful theme is nostalgia. The film draws heavily on the classic musicals of the 1950s and 60s, but with a modern twist. It is, in essence, a love letter to both Los Angeles and the magic of old Hollywood. The colors, music, and dance sequences evoke the charm of musicals like Singin' in the Rain and The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, while also exploring the more contemporary realities of struggling artists. The final theme centers on the bittersweet nature of dreams. The ending of La La Land is unconventional as it moves away from the typical Hollywood romantic conclusion. It highlights how sometimes, even when two people love each other deeply, life can lead them in different directions. It's a reminder that happiness doesn't always look like what we expect, but it's still worth pursuing, whether it be a successful career, a fulfilling relationship, or simply personal growth. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling's careers. Emma Stone's role in La La Land was a game changer for her career. Before this film, she was already a rising star, known for her performances in films like Easy A and The Help. But it was her portrayal of Mia that earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress. This role helped solidify her place as one of the most talented and versatile actresses of her generation. Since La La Land, she has continued to flourish, with performances in films like The Favorite and Poor Things, for which she won her second Oscar. Emma's unique blend of vulnerability, humor, and depth makes her an unforgettable screen presence. Ryan Gosling, on the other hand, had already established himself as a Hollywood A-lister by the time La La Land came around, thanks to roles in films like Drive and The Notebook. His ability to bring both charm and intensity to his performances made him a perfect fit for the role of Sebastian. Like Emma, Gosling's performance in La La Land further cemented his place as one of the industry's leading men. His later roles in films such as Blade Runner 2049 and First Man further showcase his range as an actor, tackling more serious and complex characters. Similar movies and musicals. La La Land is a musical, and it's important to compare it to other similar films. It shares a lot in common with classic musicals, like Singing in the Rain, which also deals with dreams, relationships, and the entertainment industry. The use of dance and song to express characters' emotions mirrors that of classic musicals, yet La La Land brings a modern sensibility to these traditions. Another similar film would be The Greatest Showman, 2017, which similarly features spectacular musical numbers and follows the journey of an individual pursuing their dreams at the expense of his personal relationships. Like La La Land, The Greatest Showman uses music to enhance the emotional stakes of the story and touches on themes of ambition, fame, and the consequences of success. There are also elements of La La Land that are comparable to more dramatic, non-musical films about artistic ambition and its cost. Movies like Birdman, 2014, and Whiplash, 2014, which Damien Chazelle directed, explore similar themes of obsession, success, and personal sacrifice in the pursuit of greatness. Impact and legacy. La La Land was a cultural phenomenon, and its impact on pop culture is undeniable. The film's iconic songs, such as City of Stars and Another Day of Sun, became instant classics, and the movie sparked a resurgence of interest in movie musicals. Its success at the box office and with critics helped prove that a modern musical could still resonate with audiences in a world dominated by blockbusters and action films. The film also became a beacon for dreamers and artists everywhere, inspiring countless individuals to pursue their passions. La La Land showed that even if the path to success isn't easy, it's worth taking, even if the outcome isn't exactly what we imagine. Conclusion. In conclusion, La La Land is much more than just a love story or a musical. It is an emotional exploration of the tension between dreams and reality. Through the incredible performances of Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, the stunning direction of Damien Chazelle, and its timeless themes, La La Land stands as one of the most impactful films of the 21st century. Its legacy will continue to influence filmmakers and audiences alike, reminding us of the magic of Hollywood, the complexity of ambition, and the bittersweet nature of life's journey. Battle of the Sexes, 2017. Directed by Valerie Faris and Jonathan Dayton, the film centers on the legendary 1973 tennis match between Billie Jean King, Emma Stone, and Bobby Riggs, Steve Carell. It's not just a film about tennis, though. It's a tale of gender equality, societal change, and the power of standing up for what you believe in, which makes it far more than a sports movie. The film takes place in 1973, during a time when women's sports, especially tennis, were undervalued. Billie Jean King, one of the top female tennis players in the world, was struggling with the blatant gender disparities in the sport, particularly with the prize money. After her fight for equality, she took on Bobby Riggs in what would be dubbed the Battle of the Sexes. Riggs, a brash former tennis champion and self-proclaimed women's tennis expert, challenged King, claiming that men were the superior sex and that women had no place in competitive sports. At the heart of the film is the match, but also the emotional and social struggles both players face. Billie Jean is fighting not just for a tennis title, but for the rights of women everywhere. Meanwhile, Bobby Riggs, though motivated by money and fame, becomes more of a symbol for toxic masculinity. This was more than a game. It was a battle that captured the cultural climate of the 1970s, where women were fighting for recognition and respect in every arena of life. The characters. Emma Stone's portrayal of Billie Jean King is nothing short of exceptional. King was not just an athlete. She was a visionary who laid the groundwork for Title IX, which would ensure equality for women in sports. Emma Stone nails King's determination, poise, and vulnerability. She embodies both the fierce competitor and the more introspective, conflicted side of Billie Jean's personal life, particularly her struggle with her sexuality, at a time when coming out was incredibly difficult. Steve Carell, on the other hand, takes on the role of Bobby Riggs and is surprisingly nuanced. While Riggs' character is the source of much of the film's humor, Carell skillfully shows the complexity behind the man. Riggs was an egotistical hustler, but he also had his insecurities and flaws. Carell plays the part with a mix of cocky bravado and emotional vulnerability, making Bobby far more than just a stereotypical villain. But the film doesn't just focus on the match itself. It delves into the lives of both Billie Jean and Bobby, with a supporting cast that includes people like Alan Cumming and Andrea Riseborough as her love interest, Marilyn Barnett. The romantic subplot between Billie Jean and Marilyn is pivotal, as it reflects Billie Jean's personal struggle with her identity and her courage to live authentically. The real-life story. This movie brings to life a critical chapter in both tennis and civil rights history. Billie Jean King's fight for equal pay in sports was groundbreaking and transcended tennis. Her 1973 win against Riggs is often seen as the spark that began the modern era of women's equality in sports. King was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2014 for her efforts toward equality, and her role in shaping Title IX is undeniable. Billie Jean King's advocacy continues to be an inspiration today. She helped found the Women's Tennis Association and is a trailblazer who fought for a world in which future generations of female athletes wouldn't have to struggle with the same issues she faced. Emma Stone's transformation. One of the key elements of the film was how much effort Emma Stone put into her physical transformation for the role. Stone, who is known for her slim figure, had to bulk up to convincingly portray one of the world's greatest athletes. She worked with tennis coaches, personal trainers, and even spent time practicing with Billie Jean King herself. To prepare for the role, Emma Stone trained rigorously with tennis pros to perfect her form and movement, which was no easy feat considering the level of athleticism required. Stone's commitment to the role also included an intense physical regimen, which helped her gain muscle and become more athletic in her movements. This wasn't just about looking the part. Emma Stone wanted to feel it. There's a scene in the film where you can see her working on her forehand, backhand, and serve, and it's clear that she spent hours practicing to get every detail just right. It's impressive to watch someone immerse themselves so deeply into a role, especially when it involves physically demanding work like this. Emma Stone's portrayal of Billie Jean King is a true testament to her versatility as an actress. She's known for her comedic roles and dramatic performances, but she truly shines here, balancing the vulnerability and fierce determination of Billie Jean. The transformation wasn't just physical. Emma Stone was emotionally committed to bringing Billie Jean's powerful legacy to the screen. Battle of the Sexes is not just about one game of tennis. It's about the fight for gender equality in sports and beyond. The film explores the ways in which Billie Jean King's struggle against Bobby Riggs mirrored the broader fight for women's rights, especially in the workplace and public life. Her victory wasn't just for herself, but for women everywhere. Through the rivalry between Billie Jean and Bobby Riggs, the film shows how society's gender roles can limit people's potential and how breaking through those roles can lead to change. Even though Riggs was seen as a caricature of a misogynistic man, the movie paints a picture of the pressure women faced during that time. It was clear that Riggs' taunting of women athletes wasn't just about his own ego. It was also a reflection of societal views at the time. And Billie Jean King's challenge to that was revolutionary. Emma Stone's career. Emma Stone has always been known for her range as an actress, with standout performances in films like La La Land, which earned her an Oscar, and The Help. She has an ability to move between comedy and drama with ease, and Battle of the Sexes showcased her talent for blending both. Emma Stone's career is a testament to her skill and versatility, making her one of the most respected actresses of her generation. Stone's transition into more dramatic, complex roles like this one is a natural evolution of her career. And Battle of the Sexes proves she can take on diverse, nuanced roles. The film adds yet another feather in her cap, showing she's more than capable of portraying iconic historical figures with depth and grace. Final thoughts. Battle of the Sexes is more than just a movie about a tennis match. It's a movie about standing up for what's right, breaking barriers, and fighting for equality. Billie Jean King's historic win against Bobby Riggs represented more than just a moment in sports. It was a cultural turning point. The film, anchored by Emma Stone's incredible performance, captures the essence of that moment while also reflecting on the continuing struggle for gender equality in all areas of life. If you're a fan of sports films, true stories, or powerful performances, this movie is an absolute must-watch. The film not only entertains, but educates, leaving you with a sense of admiration for Billie Jean King and the generations of women who fought for the rights we often take for granted today.